Hello, ladies, gents, and gullible fools. We return to Spelunky on the 1st of April of 2020. April Fools. All the videos are out. All the nonsense. I've no fondness for April Fools. I have no attachment or desire to create an April Fools video, so I don't do it. But I kind of appreciate all the things that come out. I enjoy them. To a certain degree. I'm not like, oh man, sweet, we get April Fool's stuff content. I'm like, this seems mildly amusing. I will enjoy it to the extent that I find amusing things enjoyable, and then I will move on with my day. Not terribly enthused one way or another. It's just, look, it's a new original content from a content creator that I might enjoy. Hooray! Let us all rejoice. This sapphire must be mine. It must be mine. Oh yeah, put it in my pocket. Been feeling this Spelunky bug. Went a lot more than I used to. Like during, let's say, 2018, 2017, I was going through the motions, still playing Spelunky, but just kind of, I wouldn't say resenting it, I would more say wanted to break out and try to do more different things on top of Spelunky. The more I play, lately, maybe like most of all of 2019 and all of 2020 so far. My good sir, you appear to be selling highly illegal goods. You need to be put behind bars. But you have resisted arrest, so now you must be put in a grave. But your body is just too hard to drag into a grave, so I'm just going to let it rot on the outside. But it turns out that Kali demands sacrifice, so I'm going to, instead of letting you rot, put you on the ultimate punishment. Put that way back down there. Give me that sweet shopkeeper flesh into Kali's altar. I also heard Belinda screaming for our help. The absolute fool will pay for her idiocy by being put in Kelly's altar, and we will all laugh in unison. We will all rejoice at her demise and our ascension as the chosen one. I'm still ever so damn ready to have a good daily challenge. I'm going to do my bestest. I think we want to spin a rope here because it's a pain in the butt to get back up here. It's just no good to be using this shotgun. You can make her bounce. Nah, I just use that. Stop having a freaking headache. Just get it done. There goes Belinda into the sacrificial pit. That being said, well, I am extremely excited to play some Spelunky and embrace the challenges that come with this terrible adventure. A little cavalcade of disasters. Oh, hello, gigantic super spider. Oh boy. Get wrecked. I guess we could ghost this. I mean, it's 30 seconds for $10,000. If you told me to wait 30 seconds while I'm bent over and somebody's probing my butthole, but at the end of it, I'm going to receive $10,000, you know what? You might convince me to do it. So I'm okay with the prospect of just waiting here for 7 more seconds and then ghosting these 2 gems and moving on with my life. So the experiment continues with the split of the channel into one dedicated for Spelunky content, the other one for just miscellanea. And I have my things that I am happy with. I have my things that I am not so fond of. If you aren't aware of it, which will be strange because, like, if you watch this channel on the regular, there's no way you haven't heard by now, because I have made it very, 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 very clear. And I would actually be really interested to know, is this the first time you hear about it? I had a secondary channel that I didn't use at all, and I've been putting all the non-Spelunky content in there. No, walk back, just come, Lord. You piece of garbage. Why though? You do this? That's not gonna work out, and now he's gonna be mad. I mean, there are lots of bombs going on here, so I think we'll just get him out of there. Oh, I think he caught it. No, he did not catch it. That disappoints me greatly. I hate to be spending these many explosives. You're still not dead. What in the freaking... Hush! Oh, these bombs are not landing where I want them. And he is an unstoppable ninja. What a guy. Get killed, you piece of trash. I can't believe that took so much effort. Could not toss my bomb. Anyway, if you have been wondering where the hell is all the other stuff that you used to post, I have another channel. It is Beta Blargh. It is now with gameplay with Slay the Spire and RimWorld and the new Alex video game. What a freaking masterpiece so far. I really, you know, there's so little to compare with VR that any kind of monkey business is going to be good. But I've been having a fantastic time playing Half-Life Alyx. I think it's, if it's not the app seller and the app killer, killer app, I think. It's not the app killer, it is the killer app that might start selling VR for real, like I know for sure. It sold a ton of Valve Index copies. Or units. It's not a copy. I guess it is a copy in a certain sense. A unit of Valve Index. Let's get this poor dog through the exit after we use it in a very aggressive way to destroy the disgusting disease-ridden flying rat. That is a bat. I think we're done here. I mean, there is the idol, but I have no access to it. Ooh, there is a crate with more explosives. This is shaping up to be a fantastic daily challenge. If I, you know, manage to not commit fulminating suicide, it will be amazing to use these bombs in a very lucrative way. I'm very much interested in lining my pockets with all kinds of diamonds. Just like I did in my pimp days. Diamond Hustler, that was my pimp name. Diamond Hustler. Made some fat stacks on the streets of Chicago. Man, those were the days. Those were the days. The freaking butt muncher piece of garbage. Jerk off. Man, baby. My rival, man, I can't even bear to even tell you his strict nickname. He was so freaking hideous. You know what they called him? They call him the Rump Rocker. The Rump Rocker. Absolutely hated that guy. Freaking pushed me out of my market. Oh, I triggered that, yeah. Oh my good sir. Freaking Rump Rocker. I had such a great game. I had such a freaking excellent operation. Pushed me out with just pure muscle. It was nothing, not kind of scheme, not any sort of entrapment or anything. It was just pure muscle. Going into my territory. Oh boy. Going into my territory and just muscling me out of it. Couldn't retain a single hoe. It was so infuriating to go for that. We have multiple pieces of garbage that we can put in a Cali altar, and now the Capella shall be mine. This is not a thing that I want to sacrifice. There we go. Get me the Capella. Sweet deal, brother. Sweet deal. Let's get this over here. We must well commit. I was about to blow it up, but instead it escaped my hands. Like so many children escaping from my sweatshop. Is this possible? I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, we have all the bombs in the world. Not really. We have a decent amount of bombs that I have been squandering. Give me this vault ghosted, please. Anyway, after a Rump Rocker got me out of my corner as the Diamond Hustler, to turn my life around, got my GED had to make a career out of it, but nothing worked out. Turned out just moving to Alaska, becoming a mailman, and you know, all that stuff is in the past now. All that stuff is in the past. Put a bomb there. That seems like a fantastic way to get more money. A little difficult to go though, but we'll make it happen. I am quite fond of making money. Getting these diamonds. Beautifully. Ghosted, this is a poor idea. Don't do it at home. I mean, obviously your Uncle Blargh is going to have time because he is an ace. He is the Spelunky Hustler. That's my new nickname. How you like it? Spelunky Hustler. That's going to be the change of the channel name. It's going to be amazing. Spelunky Hustler. Just look for me on the yellow pages. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the whole experiment thing. The new channel does seem to be throwing out notifications properly. The subscriber base is way closer to the viewer base as opposed to what it was in this channel. But of course, you know, very slow start. Terribly slow start. So I don't know. Like I said, it's an experiment. So it's not like I am... Oh, alright. It's not like I am... the definition of an experiment is... Let's see what happens. And based on the results, what hurt me here? What just did damage to me? I have no freaking clue. Why was I stunned? I was too busy looking at the gems to realize what exactly had happened. We want to go above. Something like this. Destroyed. Alright, nice. And we're good here. I'm not going to spend the rest of my bombs getting more diamonds, even though we could use 4 of them to get a few more gems. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So anyway, I've defined success in my head as in 2 months' time. Will the new channel's views match what they used to be in this channel? If that happens, I'm going to keep things the way they were. If not, we'll just go back to having a variety channel, and you know, it will just be a failed experiment. I built it as an experiment. I made sure to put it forth that it is indeed something that I'm just trying to see how it's working out. And it's like it's not like it's a huge deal. This is not my livelihood, so it's not a life or death situation what I do with it. I do resent the fact that the wonderful loyal fellows that press that join button right down there in the corner are giving me $5. Actually, that you're giving me $3.50 a month. The rest YouTube keeps. Giving me $3.50 a month because they appreciate my butt and all the lewds that I send in Snapchat to members. This may or may not be a lie. Oh, really? You got mad because I did that, huh? That was kind of weird. I was not even close to the limits of your shop. It's funny how it's defined so many tiles above it, and now we're stuck in this situation. I mean, oh boy. If we time this correctly. Don't jump over here, that will be very, very rude. I don't think I can risk this. Man, amazing. Well, alright. He's going to grab it again, though. Gotcha, bitch. Alright, wonderful. I don't know if I am happy about grabbing these pictures mid, but whatever. It's all good. How dare you? Disgusting simian. Trying to give me your gross butthole AIDS. Black market, baby. Nice. That Jacqueline. I'm going to shove you right through that exit. Give you all kinds of fun times. Anyway, to finish that entire thought, the people that were kind enough to press that join button, now they don't get their, you know, the just badges and all that stuff in the new channel. And I don't really have a workaround for it, so that bothers me. That's like a negative of this experience that I didn't even think about. Of course, once it gets monetized, the people will have an option, but then they'll have to choose between them. They'll have to maybe cancel one and then use the other. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's one negative that I did not foresee, and I'm like, maybe that's reason enough to be like, this is a failed experiment. Oops. But I think I'm going to give it a little more time. A little more time for it to show how exactly it's going to be. So, you know, please have patience. And do please join whenever I play other video games. Been learning more and more Slay the Spire. I will admit, the very first videos, not terribly a lot of expertise, but after having killed the heart in my downtime, I'm feeling far more confident. Watched a bunch of guides and just people really reasoning through the game. I feel like it's a game where I could get real good because it doesn't require horrible Twitch reactions from you. You know, because I'm okay at Twitch reactions and being quick with my gameplay, as you can see in my Spelunky gameplay, but definitely not championship worthy kind of material. But I could get good enough at Slay the Spire to say I am one of the best. There is, I mean, obviously not in the world, but you can watch my content and feel confident that you're not watching a complete trash person fumble through their garbage reasoning and stuff. Not yet, but I think I can get there for sure. So if you are interested in watching that journey happen, all my Slay the Spire gameplay is being published on that channel. Beta Blargh, it's in the description. If I remember, it will be in a little orb in the corner. Something else I've been wondering about, something I've been, I wouldn't say struggling with, but just wondering if it's something that I want to do at all, something that I'll be comfortable with. Not just being comfortable with, but if it's something that adds in any way. It's starting to use that face cam. People were terribly tickled by that announcement video that I did. People were, you know, they did not immediately recoil in horror at the sight of my visage. And I'll admit that I've been warming up to the face cam for other content out there. I was like, you know what, this actually adds, it's something to focus on when the gameplay on screen is less than super interesting, like there's something dull going on in the video game. Well, you can still focus on the lips of the person that is speaking and the silly expressions that they're doing, you know? So in that sense, it does add to the game. I don't want to have it at all in VR though. VR, I really want to have only gameplay. I really don't like when people who do VR actually put a full body cam. I don't enjoy it. It's like extremely distracting and it adds nothing. Just somebody looking like a complete tool in a wrong way. It just kind of cheapens the experience because it feels like it makes it look so much goofier than what it actually feels like when you're playing. So it's like a detriment. It takes away from the experience in a way that I don't enjoy. So that will not be a thing, body cam for VR, but the face cam, I might start experimenting with that. Just use it now and then. Let me know in the comments if you would actually appreciate that, or especially if you resent it, because that is something that is adding an extraneous thing to the Spelunky gameplay, to all the gameplay in general. It's adding an extraneous thing that you didn't have before. So I will definitely give more weight to the people that tell me, oh, please don't do that, than to the people that say, oh yeah, I would appreciate that. Because, you know, people that would appreciate it, well, they're here already. They're enjoying the stuff that I make. So it's not like I need to give them a much bigger incentive to stick around. However, the people that would say, that would really turn me off, please don't do it, they might stop stopping around. So I think they would have definitely preference over the people that do want it. So there you go, my what is it, 20-minute in question that you may or may not hear about and and answer. All right, we have a whole bunch of crazy people Oh boy, that orange frog is going to do my dirty work for me. It didn't. Let's see, just jumping here. I need to scratch my nose, and this is going to get me killed. This blue frog also going to get me killed. I see blood. That probably means there's a shopkeeper still getting shot at. No, it was just Adam getting absolutely obliterated by my bloodthirst. Alright, it's all good. Black market, favorite place. Men. I don't want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it. But it's my problem. That's my problem right now. My first world problem is got an awesome project in the pipeline. I want it to be 100% a surprise. But, you know, I've been working on it every single day. Trying to, you know, push it out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to push it out, try to maybe finish at the end of this week, but probably not. Because it's actually a stupid amount of work, but I'm really, really excited for it. So I guess I'm just teasing you with the prospect of something you might be mildly interested on when I speak about it, but it's pretty poggers from where I'm standing. These two scumlords. We're going to catch that! Oh well, that's not exactly where I wanted that bomb, but it's alright, the second one will do my dirty work. It did not at all. Very disappointed in that. But at least we got here. Still running ahead of the 30 bomb mark. Very pleased about that. Are you still alive? No, you are a pincushion between two ticket traps. I don't think there's anything to... we did open one double gem out right up here. Nonsense over there. Might as well get this one too. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's put all of these in a neat little pile. Get them ghosted. And maybe we'll get another giant pile of bombs before the City of Gold happens. If it happens. Got 15 seconds to ghost all that junk and then we'll just leave. It's not something that I care too much about. Ghosting over here. As in, you know, the bottom levels and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. Going to get these and then we'll leave. Don't care about murdering the shopkeepers down there. They're not worth my time. They are subhuman scums that only deserve humiliation. Oh, there was a gem behind that one. Derper. Derp. 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 People make fun of the whole derp thing. It was mocked in all of an episode of South Park. And I resented that because that's one of the good, in my opinion, good memes and good shorthand vernacular that has come in our stupidity infested life on the internet. It's like it's one of the few good products. It's like a shorthand to say I just made something really dumb, a really dumb move. There was an emerald there. I could have ghosted. I just did something really dumb. Well, I'm sorry, Gronk, but you are a liability. You must be put down. You must be put out of your misery. Doesn't seem like there's anything over there. There should be a vault in the next level, probably. Murder these little fishies. Give me all their blood. I have 8 points of health, though. I shouldn't really be all that diligent anymore about it. My face itches. It's very annoying. That's not gonna work. Well, that's upsetting. I could have gone for all kinds of profit over there. Only 4 ropes, huh? That is a disappointment. I don't even have enough rope to hang myself with. Very upsetting. I mean, Spelunky, you're dropping the ball here. You should always give me enough rope to hang myself with. That is like your entire raison d'etre. Is it raison? No, it's raison. Yeah. Your entire raison d'etre is being a total piece of crap that gives me enough rope for me to hang myself with. It's your whole shtick. This man is dead. And that fills me with joy. Let us cackle with joy. Oh. Cackle with joy that this man gets impaled, spiked. The few sources of mirth that are left in old Paco's heart. You know what? There's money there. I'm going to grab it. Make it there? Yeah. I have my spring shoes. Good stuff. So, really looking forward to finishing that freaking project. Getting it out there. There's nothing to be done other than that side. I'm just waiting. Self-terminating snail is the best snail. So on over there, there's a few at the bottom. Probably should prioritize the ones at the bottom. Let's well do that. We'll go to the ones at the bottom. Kind of impossible to go back up now. So I basically wasted a bomb unless I want to spend yet another rope to get all the way back up there. I don't think I want to do that, so we'll just get those and we'll carry on, and hopefully the vault will be in the next level. Otherwise I'm going to be extremely ornery. There is no exit here, so maybe. Oh boy, let me get out. Damn it, the greed won't let me. The greed won't let me let go. I'm incapable of letting go. I must have this freaking gem that I spent a bomb to get. See, now while I'm ghosting in the jungle, you could be focusing on how there's a booger on my nose and I have not wiped it for the entirety of the video. You could be focusing on that. But you know, the downside of that entire thing is like, I might need to put a freaking shirt on. I might need to start shaving more often than once every 3 months. I don't know if I want to do that, man. I don't know if I want to, like, comb my hair and brush my teeth. That's like, ugh. That's not my style. That's not the way I roll. The way I roll is sitting here in my underwear, talking to a microphone, pretending like what I say matters. It's like my whole thing. This man just needs death. I will be very, very mad if I get punished. Very mad. Alright, this music still being on gives me great prospects of finding a freaking vault. Thing is though, this level was weird in the sense that it's 100% closed off on this side. Oh, but it's right there? How did I not see it earlier? I'm some kind of freaking blind weirdo. And I'm not saying blind people are weird. I'm saying that I am a weirdo who is also blind. You get... Oh yeah, you got. Oh, you didn't get got. You're gonna get got. Been watching The Wire, so... It's been a lot of hood vernacular slipping through my vocabulary lately. You're gonna get got. You fool. It's garbage. Do I want to maybe enter that side of this level? We still have a minute to go. A minute to wait for this vault to be ghosted. That is absolute insanity. Maybe we can find somewhere to be. Something to do. But it's a mystery. I need to find out what's in there. I need to know. Oh, there's a crate. There is a crate. Can I maybe go in there? No, without using 2 bombs. Oh, it don't feel right. It don't feel right. Let's do it. I need to find out what I can do up there. It's annoying. Something like this. Well, there's ropes, and I was kind of needing ropes, so it's okay. I embrace it. You evil rapiest monkey. I cannot withstand getting butt analyzed. Once again, he wanted to attack me. He was coming right for me. Alright, here we have the ghost. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. Don't panic. It's all good. Like the last Alex episode. Freaking head crabs jumping on my face. I slapped my own face trying to get it out off me. It was pretty damn shameful. I was just so freaking afraid. Slapped my own face. got the faceplate off my freaking face. It was absolutely pathetic moment in which I should have been ready to react and murder the attacker. No, I just slapped at a virtual thing heading for my face, and I had to readjust my entire headset thingy. There was nothing up there, right? Just a cadaver that I don't really care too much about, and a few more bombs and stuff. Yeah, there's nothing else to be done. Just exhausting all the things that I need to do. Off we go. Oh, that was episode 5, if you want to look for it. Also, freaking RimWorld's been a pain in my butt. So many mental breaks, so many disasters. Really? I ain't so close. A piece of garbage already trying to destroy me. I would like to find a mine to enter this alien garbage person thing right through the rectum and make him blow up. See the world through my lens of pure pain. That's my world right there. I've become emo Paco, going to tint my hair black and just listen to My Chemical Romance and Linkin Park. R.I.P. Chester. Just get you wrecked. Alright, it was a little too close there. And a bump. Give me my jetpack, it belongs to me. How did those gems bounce back into that spot? Did they bounce against the... I think they bounced against the laser. That's what just happened. I mean, Callie demands. Callie beckons. She must be fed. All these yetis need to be given unto her so that she may rise again. Let's get this dumbass piece of trash out of where he's at. Get all these damn platforms out of my face. Really, you're just going to bounce and... Okay. About to say, stop being a problem, start being a body. Lifeless and limp at the bottom of this pit. Well, at least we got a whole bunch of pots that we can blow up. Yes, yes, yes. I guess we'll just put them here and then be really grumpy. Well, that was stupid. Put them there and then be really grumpy when they go somewhere that it will be terribly inconvenient for me. Was there even a single other mine elsewhere? I'll be very, very resentful if we don't have some other explosive. Alright then. Seems like we don't have any other explosive. So, resentment can commence now. I guess I'll do that. Oh boy. I got nothing out of that. Well, sometimes you win. Sometimes Spelunky takes a dump on your chest. What can you do about it? Nothing you can do about it. Pretty sure there was no other mines to be used there, because I was a total buffoon and I squandered the other one. I'm sorry, Jack. Oh, there's a mine. Well, never mind. Never mind. I'm just an absolute idiot. There is a gem there, but I cannot ghost it without throwing it into the garbage. As you listen to my drooling noises. Where can I put this? There's nowhere to put it. What a disappointment. What a terrible disappointment. To quote my father as I came out of the womb. Look at that. There you go. Alrighty then, there was an enemy and a gem in there. This goes these 2 gems and then we'll be out of here. There you go. So this scene so far is decent. Bombs have been very good. The money is slightly above average. Here goes my ruby. Yes, it did. It's my ruby. It belongs to me. I grabbed it. Oh, that's right. We need to wait for this garbage. Slightly above average, I would say. But, oh, well, I thought I had time. Thankfully, the ghost is nowhere near. Alright, we can leave now. It's all good. This level has been ransacked. ever so despoiled of all the gems that I wanted, and we carry on. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Ghost in the Ice Caves. We love it. We love it. The cat's out of the bag. Okay, the cat's out of the bag. I could no longer hide. I wasn't hiding it. I wasn't hiding. Let me rephrase that in a far more diplomatic way. You see, I have established already, I have let you know, my wife terribly at risk if she gets the horrendous Corvid Menace that is floating around in everybody's mind and everybody's air that they breathe. If she gets this thing, we've actually, now especially like yesterday, they pushed out some stats, and the stats are just freaking dire for people with a lot of comorbidities. And, you know, my wife's had a lot of respiratory problems. So she is in the ultra high risk. It's not just 1 or 2 or 3. I think she tallied up 4 different risk factors altogether. One of which was not obesity somehow. Like a good 50% of Americans are obese. But she doesn't. I think she does qualify technically, but she don't look it. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. It's just the good juicy booty. Anyway, just get to the point. Look, if I catch it, basically she catches it. If she catches it, we are in for a world of pain. If she doesn't die from it, there will be at least complications. So I'm like, I can't afford to catch it. So I had already made up my mind at some point, I'm just going to stop going to work. And I hate it. Don't think that I don't. Obviously, being home is great. I love being home. But you know what I love more? Being a productive member of my household and my family, and having a worthy pay for a worthy job, being good at my job and all that good stuff. Like, there's no shame and no sense of I'm not phrasing this correctly. The way to phrase it is, there is a sense of worth to that, and I was fond of it. But you know what I value more? Not murdering the person I love in my life most. So I decided at some point I would have to just stay home, use up all my vacation time, and especially now that, you know, everybody's ordering everything, it feels like it's an actual service to your local community. Like you actually matter, as opposed to before where you were just delivering trash into a box, into a metal box as a mailman. You just put in this, you are now the winner, call 997-05555 to claim your prize and give us all your credit card information. Whereas before you were just a glorified spammer. Now you're like getting those packages to people that need them. But you know what else you're getting? Germs all over the place. You're not germs, but of course the horrible Corvid disease. And that office is like 30, 40 people constantly going to everywhere in town. So I decided I can't afford it. I need to stay home to protect my family in the long term. And it's obvious now that it is very likely you will eventually catch it. But we have reasoned. My wife fight me all the way, every step of the way through this, by the way. She was no proponent of me, staying home. No, because she's like, oh, you should bring home the bacon. We have plenty of bacon stashed away, if you catch my drift. It's more like, oh, I'll just catch it and die, pretty much. Let's not miss work. She's extremely work ethics oriented, which also I am. But I have, my priority is very, very straight. And when it comes to it, I would choose her over my job any day of the week. So, long story short, The moment that there was cases in Fairbanks, Alaska, I was like, sorry, I can't afford it anymore. It's gonna start using my saved up vacation, of which I have over a month of straight vacation time and sick leave and all that stuff. And we can start using that up, and when they start getting, start asking questions, we'll have to say, look, super high risk individual. I didn't want to say that right away because one, you didn't know how things were progressing. There could be some development that's like, all right, we can actually return to work and it will be safe. But let me tell you, man, a little bit of inside baseball here with the post office. I've made no bones about saying the post office is just layer upon layer upon layer of incompetence. And this is no different. My own supervisor had no idea there was a cluster of cases in one of our routes and stuff like that, and I had to actually tell her. So that it's like that thing illustrates the amount of disconnect that these people have with the real world and what is actually happening. They just, to put it in a succinct manner, and this is something that will be echoed if you go into any internet forum that deals with postal issues, which there are, believe it or not. It's federal soup. You can check it out. There will be people bitching and moaning, and you'll get the whole spectrum of postal workers, from the reasonable what the hell is going on to the extremely entitled, to the people that loathe management, to the people that are just reasonable about it, and everything in between. It's actually quite amusing. Not like I make it a big habit of going there all the time, but it is pretty amusing to see the extent of differences between all the people. What is going on here? Oh, you fellas, jump down. Thank you for behaving in the way that I predicted. And the greatest, predicting that you would do that exactly. There was no reason to do that because there's like an alien that would have totally made my life easier. Anyway, here's the piece of garbage that is going to die. A horrendous death. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, get wrecked, scumlord. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have a whole freaking minute. And I am still conflicted about it. I still hate it that I am staying at home while the rest of the people in my workforce are going and quote-unquote risking their lives to do this thing. But like I said, I can afford it. I can afford the hit to my reputation and my pocketbook. I can't afford the risk of getting someone I care so much about for so much pain. So and I was saying earlier, like, it's clear that you are likely to get it one time or another, especially as everything that is shaping up seems to be like it's just going to be here, if not forever. It's going to be around for years until if there is an effective vaccine. So the Corvid Menace will be a menace regardless of when you go out there and brave the outside world. But I figured you should delay it as much as you can, because every day that passes is one more day of further information on this entire situation. So that is one more day of respite, and especially now. Oh, there was a gem back there. Especially now that cases are surging like crazy in my community. Now is, I feel, the absolute most dangerous way to be out, because it's like a week or two before the big ass surge that will overwhelm facilities. So, if you get it now, you're going to be very, very likely to be stranded, not get any kind of good treatment for whatever there is. Whatever little there is, you will not get it because the hospitals will be overwhelmed. So, that is why I'm now sitting at home. That is why all the output of the channel has been like twice as much as I usually do. Because I've had all this time. I'm not going to just sit here and just fart around and watch TV all day. I'm going to, try to make the best of it. So that's the entire reason. There's been so much stuff in the channel lately because I've had all this time to dedicate to it. In a way, it's like a test run for a full-time YouTuber, which is failing miserably because, let me tell you, not even close to a living wage. But you know, it does contribute to getting those bills stretched out, not having so much trouble. Got a bomb here. We're going to maybe get gems out of that. Got absolutely nothing. Wonderful stuff. Amazing. So anyway, as you may imagine, management did not take it very well, but being a federal worker has its pros. I have enormous protections, especially right now. There is a liberal leave policy for people that are high risk. They are going to tell you there should be a shotgun somewhere around here. They're going to tell you, you know what, it's okay, nobody's going to question you, but they're still going to try to bully you locally. So yeah, I'm still conflicted inside of my heart, because obviously I want to go out and get people their stuff that they actually need right now. It feels like there's a good reason to go and be a mailman now as opposed to what it was before. But you know, obviously I need to weigh the risk and the reward. It just ain't worth it. And I do feel like I pulled the trigger maybe a week or two early. Could have totally kept going to work for a little bit longer before pulling the trigger. And it's just also conflicted in the sense of, it's weird because in one hand you are actually doing your part not to spread the disease so much. The whole freaking tiresome, repeating constantly talking point of flattening the curve thing. You're doing your part towards that. On the other hand, of course, you're, you know, leaving your co-workers in the lurch. As an essential job, it is deemed essential. You are, you know, not doing your part in that sense. So I don't feel like I'm entitled, like, of course I'm doing the right thing. It's very upsetting to have this conflict. But like I was saying like about a month ago, I've been keeping very, very close tabs on it, and I saw the shape that it would take pretty damn early on. So I had decided pretty early on that, yeah, this is a terrible thing. It's not going to work out, is it? And it did. Awesome. So I had the mentality already. I had it all figured out that this will eventually happen. Didn't think it will happen so quickly, though. Really did not think that would happen so quickly. So I'm actually interested to know. Like, this is none of what I'm saying is a secret towards management and all that stuff. I laid my cards very, very clearly on the table once the gig was up. So I'm not like incriminating myself or anything like that. So it's open to discussion. I will be very curious to see where public opinion falls. I'm not going to act all outraged and be like, they're trying to make me work even though I'm doing my part to make sure that this disease doesn't spread. And believe me, there's a very big concern there, as far as I'm concerned, where, say your postman gets infected and there's no symptoms, but they are just full of viruses. And they're just spreading it to everywhere they go. It's not just sneezing or coughing, it's also where you speak. When you speak, there's particles in the air that are going to be floating. Like, more and more information has come. I already knew this because I'm going to never stop saying I told you so. Well, actually, I did stop saying I told you so, but since this topic is like a life-altering thing that I actually wanted to talk about, despite my quote-unquote pledge to say, you know what, this is all escapist entertainment in the general sense. It will continue to be. I thought this was a good ice-capes topic that only the most loyal among daily challenge watchers will actually listen to. I'm actually quite interested to know what's the public opinion on that, because I never take having a good job for granted. So obviously I have a little bit of a concern that I could eventually lose the job. Even though there's been federal guidelines saying there's a liberal leave policy, so if people need to stay home for whatever reason related to this virus, you cannot use it against them. And I already, I cover my ass. I cover my ass talking to the, what is it, National Business Agency, something like that, like the representative of unions and ethical business conduct and all that stuff. Talked to them and they were like, there's no way they can fire you for this. You are self-isolating for a high-risk individual. It's your prerogative to do this. My doctor actually thanked me because, boy, my doctor he got handpicked to be the leader for the team that is responding here. He's at least a leader in one of the teams that are responding to this entire crisis in Fairbanks. So he's being conscripted to work on this crisis. So he was like, he sounded so stressed out and harried when I talked to him on the phone. We've known him for years. He's been treating us for a whole 15 years that we've been here. And never heard him like that. He just sounded so overwhelmed. And my sister-in-law went to the doctor, or I think he was also on the phone, and he was saying that there's way more people sick than the official numbers. And I 100% believe that. So many more sick than the people that are being tested, and that's the trend in every single freaking community. It's 100% the trend. This is a terrible place. I hate this mothership and everything it represents. Look at the fortress up there. There is an alien lord and an alien queen and the exit all together. Oh, what a fortress. Simply am harvesting lots of blood. This should help me out. So I think what we want to do, we want this guy to blow himself up. Let's start there. We want the shopkeeper to not be a problem. Well, also we see really good not to die here, and then the death came. So here you go. I have been brain fried by just walking into a Yeti. That'll be fantastic. It would have been great to actually tackle the problem instead of getting immediately destroyed by the perfectly designed super fortress up there. Look at this. This seed was good. This seed was good. We could have done some really good stuff in there. Instead, we got brain fried. That was my April Fool's joke. Dead in the most shameful way possible. Anyway, let me know your thoughts into the extremely serious turn that this whole episode took. Hope to see you in the next one, whatever that may bring. Until then, do what's best for you and yours.